Welcome back, Super Spark Science Stars. Today we're diving deep into a mystery hidden inside your chest, something squishy, stretchy, and totally full of hot air. I'm talking about your lungs. Get ready for a balloon-popping, air-swooshing science adventure as we unravel the secrets of how your lungs work. Time to take a deep breath, and let's go. Now imagine having two big pink balloons inside your chest. That's basically what your lungs are. Soft, spongy organs that sit on either side of your heart. They're not exactly like the party balloons you blow up. Please don't try to tie them into balloon animals. But they do fill up with air. Every time you breathe in, your lungs inflate like a balloon. Every time you breathe out, they deflate. And you do this over 20,000 times a day. Whew, your lungs must be pretty puffed out by bedtime. And those lungs, they're protected by your rib cage, like armor for your air. Your ribs are like the bars of a very important jail, except instead of keeping something in, they're keeping your lungs safe. So every time you hug yourself, you're also hugging your lungs. Go ahead, give yourself a lung hug right now. Let's follow a breath of air on its journey. You sniff in through your nose or mouth. Pizza smells. That air zooms through your windpipe, also known as the trachea. It's like a super fast slide that takes air straight down into your lungs. But wait, before the air party begins, it has to pass through the bronchi, the big tubes that split into each lung. From there, things get wackier. The bronchi split into even tinier tubes called bronchioles, and those lead to little air sacs called alveoli. These air sacs look like clusters of grapes, but don't eat them. They're doing important business. Along the way, there are little hairs and mucus in your nose and trachea that trap dirt, germs, and anything that's not supposed to be in your lungs. It's like a nose security system, and mucus is the bouncer. So if you sneeze or sniffle, just remember, your body is protecting its precious puffers. Here's where the magic happens. Inside those alveoli, your blood and air do a little dance called gas exchange. Oxygen from the air slips through the thin walls of the alveoli and hops onto your red blood cells. At the same time, carbon dioxide, that waste gas your body doesn't need, jumps off the blood cells into the alveoli to be exhaled. It's like a microscopic swap meet, and it's happening millions of times every second. Your lungs are trading gas like it's science stock market day, and the surface area of all those little sacs is enormous. If you could flatten them out, they'd cover an entire tennis court. Imagine carrying a tennis court in your chest. Don't worry, it's all squished up and folded very neatly. Now that your blood has picked up fresh oxygen, it's ready to travel all over your body to power your muscles, your brain, even your pinky toe. But that carbon dioxide, it's gotta go. Your lungs squeeze, the diaphragm pushes up, and whoosh, out it goes. That's your exhale. If you've ever fogged up a window with your breath, congrats. You've witnessed the great escape of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide may not smell funny, but it's super important to get rid of. If it builds up, your body starts sending signals. Maybe you'll breathe faster, or maybe you'll yawn. Yes, yawning can help get more oxygen in. So next time you yawn, tell your friends, don't worry, my lungs are just being awesome. You've probably never seen your diaphragm, unless you've got super X-ray vision, but this dome-shaped muscle sits right under your lungs and works like a trampoline. When you breathe in, your diaphragm flattens and makes room for your lungs to fill with air. When you breathe out, it springs back up and helps push the air out. It's like a bouncy castle for your breath. Your diaphragm is working nonstop. It's one of your hardest working muscles, just like your heart. And if you hiccup, that's your diaphragm having a little spasm, like it just jumped in surprise. Hiccups are like your diaphragm doing a silly dance. So if you get the hiccups, now you know your diaphragm just got the giggles. So why is all this breathing business such a big deal? Well, without oxygen, your cells can't make energy. And without energy, you'd be as sluggish as a snail in a mud bath. Breathing fuels everything. Thinking, running, jumping, even singing in the shower, especially singing in the shower. So your lungs is a total rock stars. Your brain monitors how much oxygen and carbon dioxide is in your blood. If your oxygen is low or your carbon dioxide is high, your brain tells you to breathe more. It's like your brain is a coach cheering, breathe in, breathe out, you got this. Even when you're sleeping, your lungs and brain are working together like a dream team. Time for some cool lung facts. Did you know your left lung is a little smaller than your right one? That's because your heart hogs some chest space, or that your lungs can hold up to 6 liters of air. That's about 3 big soda bottles. And guess what? If you stretched out all your alveoli, they'd cover the size of a tennis court. That's one giant breath of fresh air. Also, babies breathe faster than adults, and dolphins can hold their breath for over 10 minutes. Do you know sloths? They breathe so slowly that algae grows on their fur. But astronauts' lungs work a little differently in space because there's no gravity to help move air. Space breathing? That's next level cool. Now let's talk about healthy lung habits. Want to be best buddies with your lungs? Here's how. Don't smoke. Yuck. Stay away from super dusty places and try not to scream too much. Save your voice for singing, not shouting at other folks. Exercise, eat well, and breathe deep. Happy lungs, happy you. Playing outside, riding your bike, or just taking a walk helps your lungs stay strong. Singing, laughing, and blowing bubbles, also good for your lungs. It's like giving them a workout, and they love it. So go ahead, belt out your favorite song. Your lungs are your backup singers. Let's reverse this whole breathy adventure. You breathe out. By carbon dioxide. Your diaphragm pops up. Blood drops off carbon dioxide in the alveoli. Oxygen jumps on. Blood rushes off to the body. You inhale. Diaphragm flattens. Air zooms in through the trachea, down the bronchi, through the bronchioles, and pop into the alveoli. That's your breathing cycle in reverse. Boom! All of this happens in just a few seconds, without you even thinking about it. Your lungs are on autopilot, making sure you've got what you need to play, learn, laugh, and grow. That's some serious superpower. Whew! That was a lung load of learning. Who knew you had 2 balloon buddies doing such incredible stuff 24/7? So next time you take a deep breath, before blowing out birthday candles, give your lungs a little mental high five. Thanks for exploring your amazing chest balloons with Super Spark Science. Want to learn about burps, hiccups, or even earwax? Check out our other videos and hit subscribe. Until next time, keep breathing and keep your curiosity inflated.